and welcome to my channel. So today I've got a colouring book haul for you. It's been a while, it's been months in fact, so I do have quite a few stashed up, so many in fact that I've actually decided to split. So I do have a art supplies haul coming as well in a few days, but for now we're doing the books. They're all budget friendly because I do like to find myself a good deal. Some of these purchases are in that sort of region of it was cheap, it took a price drop, I need to get it because I'd be silly not to. So yeah, let's get straight into the haul. Right, so I'll start with this one. In the UK we have a shop called The Works, which is a very budget friendly arts and craftsy type shop, and they do sell books. So this is one I picked up. It's only £3, so like $4.50 or something like that. I will look for this on Amazon, but I will link below to The Works. I think they ship overseas if you was desperate. So this, anyway, the reason why I like this one, so this is the glitter colouring book. They actually had 3 different designs if I recall. I can't remember what they were, but I like this one because like I'm a bit of an 80s girl. And so basically it puts on glitter in certain areas of the picture. So it has a variety of pictures. There's the front cover, but I don't know if you can see it. There's it's like a sheen to certain areas, and you can colour over the top of it, and then that will make all of it glittery. It's like and also it's kind of embossed, so it kind of looks like you know, it's almost 3D, but it has a variety, as I mentioned. It's got these ones with black backgrounds, and we've got faces, and we've got, you know, feel good symbols. And yeah, I just thought it might be a bit of fun to do because, you know, I like my sparkle. But it's got this, I like her, and I don't do portraits very much, but I like her. But yeah, I just liked the mixture and the glitter. It was just like 2 things. Nice, so depending on my mood as well, what I want to do. So I won't do a flip through here. I will do flip throughs of all these books, but I won't do it in this video. Next that I got from The Works, I'll try putting it the right way. Is this book. It's called The Labyrinth. Now this is a book by illustrated by Richard Merritt and Sabine Reinhardt. Now I've definitely seen their books before because these are their other ones, but I definitely remember seeing The Menagerie, and it's almost like a kind of Millie Marotta-ish style in that they have like these sort of Zentangly type things. So I don't usually do this style, but The Labyrinth, it's like they're mystical creatures and I love it. So again, I got this from The Works for £6. I'm pretty sure this one's on Amazon. And this one also is a little bit different in that it has just a little bit of colour. Like, that's just on the leaves. I love him. Look at him. He's a really cool orc. We got ourselves a sort of Pegasus, but the clouds are coloured in. So it just has this one little splash of colour on all the pages. So this one, the snow, is like really pastel coloured. And I thought, well, that's a little bit different. And I mean, look, I love this dragon as well. So I will do a flip through of this one. Look at him. But yeah, I thought this was a really good book for £6 because look at the size of it. It's like a proper, this is a proper big one. So that is The Labyrinth, Mythical Beasts to Colour by Richard Merritt and Sabine Reinhardt. That first one I had, it didn't have an author, I don't think. So that is The Works. And then I got some books from a company in the UK called The Range. And this is, well, I've never seen books like this before. Well, I'm not even sure it's a book. I've looked because I couldn't find this on Amazon. I will look again, but there is no ISBN number, which is like the books, you know, how you identify books. So I think it's more, I don't know. But it's basically, as you can see, it's an A4 watercolour pad, and you get these illustrations on watercolour paper. It's 300 GSM watercolour paper. And you colour well, you paint them. So as you know, I've been trying to work on my trying to encourage myself to do more watercolour stuff, and I thought, and I don't have anything on watercolour paper, so you get 2 images of each one. Look at this. I'm a bit of a Disney fan, in case you don't know, but yeah, so I thought this would be really good. Like I say, I couldn't find them on Amazon. I will leave links down to The Range below. So The Range is a store, it's like a sort of kind of catch-all store in the UK that looks quite well priced. I can't really think of one in the States. Maybe something like Target, that would be your equivalent. So it's, you know, it sells a bit of everything, but they have a really good arts and crafts section, thankfully, and this was in that one. And I also got a second one. We got its friend. So we got the A4 Princess watercolour pad, which is exactly the same thing, 300 GSM paper, and we get 2 images of all our princesses. I'm not sure how I'm going to get on with these because, you know, with watercolours you might want to do a bit of shading, but we'll give it a go, and at least I've got two copies of each picture, so if it does go wrong it's just like I'll just do the other one. But you know, they were so cheap. I can't remember how much they were, but they was cheap because that's why I bought them. Anyway, those 2. Right, so onto my Amazon books, and this is another one of those books by Autumn Publishing. So I have a whole bunch of their other books that are all Disney related, and I think this is the last in the series. And I saw it on it has a price drop. It's usually £6, but then it had a price drop to £4, and I couldn't, you know, even though this isn't the strongest contender for me, it kind of finishes my collection, and it's £4. It's hard not to, but it has a variety of different pictures from the theme parks. Now I do go to the theme parks, and yeah, so I do like this. I love it, in fact. So but now that I've seen it, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm glad I bought that. But £4, how could I not? So that is Disneyland colouring book. And then one last Disney fix, and then we're on to other books. I've got this Mickey & Co. So this is the 50 bookmarks that they do. They do a bunch of bookmark books. Look, you can see how thick it is. That's my finger. And usually I mean, I've seen them before, and they generally are sort of a little bit expensive. They're like this, well, I say they're a little bit expensive. They're like £6 or something. But this one took a price drop, and I actually saw that Emma bought this, Emma Colours, a couple of weeks ago. She did a haul video. I was like, oh, that's sitting in my... That was literally sitting in my Amazon basket at the time because of the price drop. Anyway, so this is just basically what I thought I would do for when I want a little snack size, basically. So we have some little pictures here, and they're really cool, these bookmarks. I've seen them before. I do have another bookmark colouring book, but not a Disney one. But if you look at ever watch the French colouring channels, they do amazing things with these bookmarks. They're like little mini works of art, and then they laminate them like, you know, like you would for a bookmark, and they actually use them. It's really cool. Anyway, so I've got that. And then, talking of bargains, so I actually have Chibi Girls 1 and I have Chibi Horror. Right, so I have those 2, and this is Chibi Girls 2 and Chibi Christmas. I wanted these 2 books in my collection because I've got those 2, and I really love the Chibi Grayscale. And I did have this book on my list because if you bought, it was still worth it. It was still cheaper than getting the 2 books combined. It was like £1 cheaper or something like that. And I thought, well, I don't mind having duplicates. But then this took a price drop. I don't know if it still is. I had a look the other day and it was, but I didn't look this morning before I started to film. But yeah, it took a price drop, and get this, it was only £1 more than one book. If you'd bought this one book, I think it's $7.99, and I think this whole book was $8.99. So if you like the Chibi Girls, and you know you like the style, or maybe you want another copy of some of the books, then double check to see if it's still on special, because this was a bargain. I can't believe it. It's 100 pages. 4 books in one for $8.99. The Grayscale one, if you get the line art is cheaper, but the Grayscale is a bit more expensive. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. That's a real... I love it when I get a bargain, especially when it's something I wanted to get anyway. So yeah, that was Chibi Girls, and that's from J Summer. And another one that took a huge price drop, I don't know if it still is. I did post about this on my Facebook page a month or 2 ago when I saw the price drop, because it was half price. Now, most of the time, these books go for sort of £10, £11, and it was, I think it was $6.99 maybe, or $5.99. No, it must have been $5.99. I think it was about half price anyway. I'm wibbling. But yeah, so this is Mythographic Colour and Discover by Fabiana Attanasio. Most people will have seen this book before because it came out earlier in the year, I think. I don't think it's that old, but yeah, to see it on half price. All the rest are still like double figures, but this book, for some reason, it dropped to half price. So I will be doing a flip through of this, but this is going to be a really nice one for like doing at Christmas. I'm so happy I got this because the paper is lovely in these books. I don't know if you've ever had them before. Really nice paper, and single-sided, and they're perforated, so if you want to tear them out you can. Anyway, that's that one. Here it is, last but not least. My wish list is like 2 or 3 years old now, and I always forget to go back to the start and review the books that I saw a long time ago, and then everybody, you know, there's a bit of a fad, and then everybody like moves on to the next thing. And every now and again I do go back and shop my wish list from the older entries, and this was one of them, and I was like, oh yeah, and it was really cheap. I think this was like £4 maybe, I don't know. She does a bunch of books, but this one is obviously dragon themed. And I tell you, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Anastasia Colorier, is it? She did a dragon book, but it's very much that style. They're very much those sort of delicate dragons. Well, not all of them, but you know, look, we got this one with a walking stick. It looks like a kind of old woman. And then we get our cutesy dragons. So she does a variety, and we have some portrait ones because, yeah. And there's a few flowers in there as well, so I do like my flowers. But I will do a flip through of this one as well very soon. But that is it for today. Keep your eyes out for the art supplies one that will be following in a couple of days. But yeah, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Take care and see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.